Starts next Thursday night at 8. Sky Sports, the new face of show jumping.
It's the day before the family holiday, and the brakes start making this funny squealing sound. Talk about timing. I tried a few garages, but nobody would give me the time of day without an appointment. I heard QuickFit were good, so I gave them a try. Now, they're really busy, but I explained my story to the guys, and they just bent over backwards to fit me in. They even did the job then and there, so they saved the holiday. Pity they didn't fix the weather. QuickFit will fix it.
The brilliant new Peugeot 1007 with electric sliding doors. Life shouldn't be this easy.
Two teams in it, the defender Alinghi and the challenger of record BMW Oracle Racing. Ironically, the final match race of Act 8 was between the same two syndicates. Both teams made their intentions clear early, keeping their sights firmly fixed on each other. But it was BMW Oracle who kept their noses ahead and took the win. Unfortunately for the Americans, Alinghi took the title on countback.
We sailed very well. Bertrand Passet did a beautiful job for us tactically with a shifty breeze. Speed was great across the board. It was a solid win and a solid performance, and yeah, good to take one off Alinghi.
The Trapanese certainly know how to throw a party, and the hottest ticket in town was dockside for the team presentations before racing started. There were fireworks on the water too when K-Challenge took advantage of Emirates Team New Zealand's spinnaker troubles to record a shock victory early on. As the regatta progressed, conditions became tougher, and while some of the teams relished the challenge, others were having trouble keeping their boats upright and on course. The first clash of the Titans pitted the Kiwis against BMW Oracle Racing, and neither team was willing to give an inch. Level off the line, it was nip and tuck all the way as the boats swapped the lead. But it was Emirates Team New Zealand who sneaked over the line first with just a couple of metres to spare.
Today, we did a very, very good job to not only get back into the race, but pass them twice.
Alinghi had already established a healthy lead over Emirates Team New Zealand in their match race when a messy drop by the Kiwis at the bottom mark caused all sorts of problems and scuppered any chance of a comeback. Some nifty driving from James Spithill on board Luna Rossa gave the Italians a lead over BMW Oracle that they never relinquished, much to the Americans' annoyance. And K-Challenge were up to their giant-killing antics once again, stealing a march on Alinghi at the start and sailing home for a memorable victory.
We basically just sailed over them and then past them, and it was just magical.
Obviously, we didn't dominate the event like the scores have shown in others, but we did win enough races at the right time, and we beat enough of the top teams to come out on top in the tiebreaker.
The Big Four inseparable after the match racing, but Alinghi take the Act 8 crown on countback. K-Challenge take 5th, a just reward for an excellent regatta. With the one-on-one duelling done and a couple of days of well-deserved rest for the teams, it was on to the fleet racing and Act 9. The sun of Act 8 had disappeared, leaving blustery, wet conditions in its wake. With all 12 boats taking to the course at the same time, the action promised to be spectacular. As the fleet moved towards the start line, it was clear immediately that some of the boats were in trouble. Plus 39 at the pin end judged their start to perfection, but towards the committee boat, K Challenge crossed early and got trapped by the fleet trying to turn back.
Wanted to sail on the wide, but we are a bit early on our timing, and we didn't manage well the situation in the last 40 seconds. Awaker were pushing us, and it was tricky, and so we are over the line, and to come back in the line, we also were locked between the Spanish and Awaker, so we lost a lot of time.
It was Sweden who took the initiative early on.
We came up to the first top mark with a nice lead. I think Oracle was second, and we actually had a nice little gap there to the boats behind, and it's looking pretty good. And then we run into trouble as we were going to hoist the spinnaker. At the end, we had to leave the spinnaker behind, but by that time we were, gone from first to last in the fleet very quickly.
And the Swedes weren't the only boat with spinnaker issues. Huge gusts at the top mark reduced kites to shreds all over the course. But BMW Oracle Racing were flying.
We were doing 18, 19 and a half was our top speed. And I told Chris as we're coming near the finish line with a nice comfortable margin, I said, we're going to set the world record for top speed crossing the finish line in an America's Cup class boat. We were doing over 18 at the moment we crossed the finish line, so we'll put that in the Guinness Book of World Records for now.
Fleet Race 2 saw another full start. This time, Mascalzone Latino Capitalia were the offenders. And Sweden's bad run of luck continued. Squeezing around the top mark next to Desafio Español, first they managed to touch the buoy, and then they got themselves entangled with it, grinding to a halt in the process. Yet again, BMW Oracle Racing and Alinghi managed to steer clear of any trouble, and it was the defender that won the sprint finish. But what a result for Shoshaloza, third place for the South Africans. Saturday came and the weekend crowds were out in force to see the boats off for Fleet Race 3. And in near perfect conditions, there was a sense of déjà vu as once again BMW Oracle Racing and Alinghi led the charge. Shoshaloza repeated their heroics of the previous race with another third place, cementing their fourth place on the leaderboard.
It's just been a massive improvement over the season, and today was our best day yet, and we feel like we're learning so much each time we go out that it's really, when you're in this stage of learning so much, that it's really a lot of fun.
Yet another miscalculation at the start of Fleet Race 4 as the teams jockeyed for position on the start line. Luna Rossa had no option but to recross. At the first mark, another Italian boat was getting itself in a bit of a tangle.
We were crossing New Zealand bow to bow, but just behind New Zealand there was Luna Rossa. So the decision was not to duck both, but to try tack lee bow to New Zealand. They were laying, so we had to squeeze on the mark. The umpires decided everything okay, we've got rolled by them. That was almost sure, but we could stay in front of Luna Rossa, so it was a good maneuver.
Situation normal at the head of the fleet as Alinghi and BMW Oracle broke clear of the pack thanks to their superior boat speed.
You know, it's not easy to win in that fleet race. You've got boats going all over the course and it's quite shifty out there, so to get two first we were more than happy.
It's a bit frustrating, but the reality is Alinghi is faster than us, probably 3 to 4 boat lengths a bit, and it's very hard, I think, to pass a guys who is so quick, and we need to have some luck or some mistake from them, and today they just start well and sail well, so it was more or less impossible to pass them.
Going into the final race, the Alinghi advantage is only a single point. BMW Oracle need one boat between them and the Swiss to claim the Act 9 title. And K Challenge don't need reminding that sailing is a fickle game. After their superb performances in the match racing, they're bottom of the fleet with one race to go. After a hard day's racing, everyone looks forward to heading back to the hotel for a rest. Here in Trapani, the accommodation for the sailors is delightfully close to the bases. In fact, it's right next to them. The home away from home for the team members is a cruise ship, the Dream Princess. And as with all good cruises, there's entertainment laid on. And it seems the sailors approve.
Wake up, people! Sue knows she's just going through the paces financially. But if she moved her current account to permanent TSB, she could cut her bank charges for life. Wake up, Sue!
Why keep paying these bank charges when it's now easier to switch to permanent TSB's great new current account? Call our dedicated switcher team now on 1890 500 192. Remember, that's 1890 500 192.
Permanent TSB. Banking only better.
Let the sunshine into your house with out-home conservatories and sunrooms. The ultimate addition to your lifestyle and your property, with styles to suit your home at prices to suit your budget. More space, more light, more luxury. Call Out Home now for a free no-obligation survey and quotation, or visit our showrooms at Airport Road, Dublin, beside the Coachman's Inn. Buy now and get an air conditioning unit worth €1,200 free.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
No!
Tiger Woods, PGA Tour 2006.
You're still away.
EA Sports. It's in a game.
Buy Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2006 now and get 5 years worth of rental vouchers free. Only at Extravision.
Day 3 of fleet racing dawns bright and sunny, and there's only one place to be, out on the water. The four-deck club boat joins the huge fleet of spectator boats making their way out onto the course, all eagerly anticipating this final day on the water. But down at the bases, the tension is mounting. Alinghi may hold the upper hand, but BMW Oracle can spoil the party.
BMW Oracle is right there, chomping at the bit to try and get around us. We just have to stay either in touch with them by one place, or a nicer result would be to finish in front of them.
We need to beat Alinghi today. And if we can beat Alinghi today, we'll finish tied on points. If we can get someone in between us, we'll win on countback. So we'll go out and see what the day brings. It's going to be bumpy, big waves, choppy. It's going to be wet, wild and windy. It's going to be a great day.
Well, it really is a showdown. As the boats prepare for the start on the left-hand side, the committee boat, the wind is up. It's around 16 knots of breeze, very bumpy sea conditions. With 30 seconds to go to the start, Emirates Team New Zealand are fractionally ahead, but just to leeward of them, BMW Oracle on the push. It's a time on distance run for the start with 13 seconds to go, and Emirates Team New Zealand are behind the China team, who definitely look early. On board the Germans just bearing away, 3, 2, 1. There's the start. And boy, the China team definitely half a boat length over, if not more. And BMW Oracle Racing put their bow down. They were a little behind in the first run-up, but they really got charging, and they have done a super start. Bows coming off the line, great shots. But it looks like Emirates Team New Zealand, they may have suffered as well. They fell foul of the race committee because they were over the line and on board bearing away hard. Real disappointment for them because it looked like such a good start from Emirates Team New Zealand. They have to bear away, and that is so costly. China team, Emirates Team New Zealand, both coming back. We go to the graphic on Virtual Eye, and you can see Emirates Team New Zealand just ahead of the pack. And as the gun goes, China team are well over, Emirates Team New Zealand 5 or 6 meters. But up the beat, the first cross and the crucial moments, Alinghi just a hair ahead of BMW Oracle, who have to duck behind them because Alinghi were coming at them on starboard. If you're on starboard, if you're on the right, you're in the right, and the bowman called it as they ducked underneath them, so that was safe from BMW Oracle, and they now get the right-hand side, which could prove critical as they come towards the top mark. Well, here it is absolutely critical, because BMW Oracle Racing made up half a boat length, and they force Alinghi to tack onto starboard, and the windward mark only about 10 boat lengths away. To windward of them, and they're on the ley line, Desafio Español, they've had a cracking windward leg, and they are ahead of both of these boats. But the real battle between Alinghi and BMW Oracle Racing, can the Americans hold the Swiss past the ley line on the left?
So they held us, they pushed us out past the ley line, waited because there was a big gap behind Spain. So they waited until they were just going to get through that gap, and to be sure that we were not. And we had to go behind a couple of boats, and suddenly we were scrambling.
We set that up from probably quite a long way out, 30 seconds or a minute out, and it was a bit of risk for us to hold them out long enough for us to be able to duck back in front, but have them ducking behind boats, and it worked out well.
Well, that for me really is the move of the day, because BMW Oracle Racing put a boat between them and Alinghi, which is exactly what they need to do. Luna Rossa coming up very fast underneath Alinghi, and that is also going to cause them problems as they tack. The Spanish really having a storming race. Their spinnaker cracks open perfectly. BMW Oracle just behind them, coming to the spreader mark. Then it's plus 39, and then Luna Rossa just get the jump on Alinghi because they got on the inside at the top mark. Chaos ensuing just behind them. Sociolosa pushing up the Italians on Mascalzone Latino, forcing them to do a wider rounding, and Victory Challenger just inside them. Sociolosa need a good result to secure fourth. The set on Alinghi is unorthodox because there's been a big right-hand shift, so they are going for a jibe set at the top mark. The pole is out on the port side. The sails flick across and the grinders pull the mainsail in and then click straight into the buttons on the spinnaker to pull the halyard up. Now we go to the Virtual Eye graphic to see exactly how BMW pulled off the move of the day. Past the ley line, tacking, BMW squeeze around ahead of plus 39, Alinghi forced to go behind them, Luna Rossa squeeze in between the mark and Alinghi pushing them up. A super move from BMW Oracle, Chris Dixon and his gang. The hull of an America's Cup yacht is 24 metres long, just 4 metres wide, and weighs a mere 2 tons of the boat's total 24-ton weight. The hull needs to withstand the immense forces from the 720 square metre sail area, which funnel down the rig, so strength is a premium. When the fore and aft stays are put under tension, the bow and stern are pulled upwards, and this literally bends the hull like a bow. When designing these boats, there's a fine line between weight and strength. Too far one way and the boat will be slow, cross the line the other way and you risk breaking in two. Well, back to the racing, and this is the third mark, the windward mark, the second to last leg. They've just got downwind to go, the final race of Act 9. Desafio Español, they're tight on the ley line, very close. They have to get around that mark, and a couple of bad waves really holds them down. The conditions just have eased a little bit, down to about 13 or 14 knots. The Spanish have to shoot the mark. They let their jib out to ensure they can get around safely. Karol Jablonski just watching the windward mark as he goes around, and they stall just slightly, a slow rounding, but that's a lot less dangerous than doing 2 tacks at the top. BMW Oracle, they've got the same, pinching as they go towards the top, and a couple of bad waves really slow them down. You're not allowed to hit the mark. If you do, you have to take a penalty. The Spanish round safely, then BMW Oracle, then Luna Rossa, but the key question, where is Alinghi? And if it stays like this, BMW Oracle Racing win. Very difficult indeed for Alinghi, and plus 39 have even got in there. They are right behind Luna Rossa. Alinghi have to catch up 2 of those boats on the final downwind leg to the finish. 2.4 miles of dramatic action, and the breeze as they come to the top has actually increased slightly, a couple more knots taking it to 16 or 17. BMW Oracle are chasing hard on the heels of Desafio Español. A great comeback from Emirates Team New Zealand. Remember how far behind the line they were, and they have really been on a charge. Look at the breeze across the racecourse, and you can see the different strengths in the puffs. Where the water goes slightly darker, that's the best breeze, and that is what the afterguards look for on the boats. The skill of the sailor sniffing out the wind. Alinghi on board with them, putting up their spinnaker. Look at the grinders go. Right to the top of the mast. Hunting down plus 39. The guy comes back, and now they've got to pump the sails as they go down the waves. Alinghi have taken it all the way to the left-hand side of the racecourse. Desafio Español still clearly in the lead. Luna Rossa on the charge just behind BMW Oracle. But Alinghi went all the way to the left-hand side, and it looks like they picked up a small puff of breeze. And the real advantage for them is they're not sailing in the dirty air of any of the other boats in the fleet. Look at them pump that mainsail as they go down the wave, and that really is helping them out. BMW Oracle there to windward. They're still about a boat length or 2 ahead, and they're doing the same, pumping the mainsail, surfing down the backs of the waves. And Alinghi now have used those waves to good advantage because they are into 3rd place, and that means that BMW Oracle are looking at the Desafio Español as their opportunity to take this race and put a boat between them and Alinghi. Soaking down on top of them, and look at the different spinnakers. The Spanish have an asymmetric, and the Americans have a symmetrical shoot. The symmetrical spinnaker looks like it's doing them better favors right now. The acceleration incredible as these waves just barrel them down towards the finish. Brad Butterworth on the leeward side. Everybody is looking close as they can. They're trying to get on the wind of each other. And coming in towards the finish, it is nail-biting, it's exciting, it is moments to go. 5 boat lengths to go to the finishing line. BMW Oracle are trying to accelerate. Desafio Español are ahead right now, But look, there's a tiny advantage to the committee boat end. Can Chris Dixon and his crew do it? It's 1 boat length. It's half a boat length. They surge for the line. Oh my word, surely. I don't know who's won. That must be a photo finish. Well, the Spanish think it's them, and all around the race course, nobody knows. Let's go to the graphic. Well, Virtual Eye shows us that Desafío Español were ahead all the way. BMW Oracle pushing right down, and there's the finishing line. Tiny, tiny, tiny. It must be feet and inches to the Spanish.
Downwind, what fun. You just get it all wound up and everything's just right, and pump the sails in and let her go. And off you are, you're really flying. I mean, we were going so fast sometimes that the spinnaker was just coming plastering up against the rig, and you know, just woohoo, great fun.
Clearly we needed just a little bit more, or we needed other boats to do a little bit more, but we gave it a pretty good shake. So we're happy with what we did, and we're disappointed naturally that we were so close to winning outright, and to be finished tied on points again with Alinghi and losing count back. We came close, and very happy with how that we gave it a good shot.
So heartbreak for BMW Oracle, as for the 3rd regatta in a row they lose to Alinghi on countback. The Kiwis take 3rd, and Desafío Español's win today gives them 4th. It's 7th for the Homeboat Plus 39 Challenge, and a disappointing last place for K Challenge behind China Team. The waterfront is packed with the ever-appreciative Sicilians as they watch the America's Cup defender Alinghi parade up to the dock to receive the Louis Vuitton Act 9 title. Syndicate head Ernesto Bertarelli is the man who collects the crown.
I have to say, in Italy and Trapani, the reception, there's really a public for this sport. They love the America's Cup. We had a great time.
So Alinghi make it 5 out of 6 titles in 2005, collecting trophies in each of the 3 venues, Valencia, Malmo and now Trapani. It remains to be seen whether the challengers can thwart the defenders' dominance in 2006.
Europe's top football leagues from the 1st